So today I have some comparisons for these draft prospects from the experts. Also, I'm going to give you mine. Comment yours below. Leave a like. Comment all your thoughts. It helps out with the algorithm. Thank you very much. Let's start out with Cooper Flagg. Kevin O'Connor had Scottie Pippen, Andre Karolinko. Jonathan Wasserman has Jalen Johnson and Kevin Garnett. For me, defensively, he reminds me of Jason Tatum. I think he's going to be able to guard every position and rebound the basketball at a high level. Then offensively, he kind of gives me Pascal Siakam vibes with more three-point shooting potential. But I think his best asset will be getting downhill, finishing, and getting to the foul line at a high level. Going on to Dylan Harper, Kevin O'Connor has Darren Williams and Drew Holiday. And Jonathan got Kobe White, De'Aaron Fox, and Jalen Brunson. I agree with Jonathan's comparisons much more in terms of style. And I think that's the intriguing thing about Dylan Harper is he has the body type of a Drew Holiday, 6'6", 220 pounds, but he's much fancier and moves like he's 6'1". Watching his highlights, it's hard to believe he's that tall. I see flashes of Brunson, Goran Dragic, De'Aaron Fox, even Brandon Jennings. Pretty much any lefty with skill really comes to mind when I see him play. Now we got Ace Bailey. Jonathan has Brandon Miller, Michael Porter Jr., Rashard Lewis. Kevin O'Connor went with Rudy Gay and Michael Porter Jr. Definitely see all of those. He definitely is heavily reliant on shot making. To me, he also gives me Jabari Smith Jr. type vibes. I'd say he's a more athletic version, though. Now we got VJ Edgecombe, and Kevin O'Connor compared him to Victor Oladipo, Benedict Mathurin, and Christian Brown. Then Jonathan has Andrew Wiggins, Victor Oladipo, Amon Shumpert. I was not expecting to see his name on any list. I'm going to go with Jaden McDaniels. He's going to make most of his money on the defensive end of the floor, but then there's going to be games and flashes over his career where you're like, my goodness, he's capable of that offensively, but it's not going to be consistent every night. His shot is going to be up and down, but as time goes on, the better and better he will get offensively, showcasing the ability to do pretty much everything and not just be a play finisher, but mostly he's in there for defense. Derek Queen. Jonathan compared him to Alperen Sengun. Kevin O'Connor went with DeMarcus Cousins, Zach Randolph, and Naz Reid. He gives me LaMarcus Aldridge type vibes. I don't think he's as beefy or as strong and physical as the guys they compared him to. I do think he's going to be doing most of his work in the mid-range and at the rim. If he ever does extend out to the perimeter, I doubt he will ever be a high-volume three-point shooter. Now we're going on to Duke center. Kevin O'Connor compared him to Rudy Gobert and Mitchell Robinson. Jonathan has Mark Williams as his comparison. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. He gives me Nerlens Noel type vibes. I feel like he's going to be an elite rim protector, but everything else will be inconsistent. He's very raw. I feel like I've seen enough in Adem Bona to go elsewhere on draft night with a top 5 pick. Going on to Trey Johnson. Jonathan compared him to Tyler Hero. Kevin O'Connor also said Tyler Hero along with Latrell Sprewell and Nick Young. He reminds me of Jamal Crawford, although I'm hoping he has more defensive potential than all the names mentioned above. However, it seems like he will mostly be a one-way player, but an explosive one-way player. Kon Knueppel. Kevin O'Connor has Cam Johnson and Bojan Bogdanovic. Jonathan went with Kevin Huerter, Corey Kispert, and Sadiq Bey. So basically a bunch of white dudes. He reminds me of Danilo Gallinari. He's going to be a great connected piece offensively, but also a guy you can give the rock to. And if he's feeling it, he can run the offense with a screen. He can run the offense by himself for a little. He feels like a very safe option in this draft. He's definitely going to be an NBA player. He just might not be a high-end starter at the end of the day. I feel like he's a good option if the Sixers want to trade back, depending on their spot. And the last one of this video, we got Casperis Yakonis. Jonathan is going with Chauncey Billups. Meanwhile, Kevin O'Connor has Goran Dragic, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Micic from the Hornets. Personally, he just gives me Killian Hayes type vibes, but the right-handed version of that guy. And I feel like he's going to struggle to create separation, won't be a consistent shot maker or finisher at the rim, but will occasionally show flashes of greatness with strong games passing-wise. And when the shot is falling, you're like, oh my goodness, this is the point guard of the future who has a ton of size. But overall, I just don't trust his scoring ability, hence why he reminds me of Killian Hayes. I'm really predicting this dude to be a bust, so I low-key feel like he's going to be the star of the NBA draft. I guess we will find out. Let me know your thoughts below in the comments section. Remember to leave a like and subscribe.